number of rooms, right? And here I'm just going to add a user input here, right?
Mhm.
And then we might say square feet or whatever.
Yeah, square footage. Then number of bathrooms. All right. So number of bedrooms, number of rooms, number of square footage. Now I want to give some caveats. It would be like, do you want to add in on these add-ons, which would be, do you want inside your fridge cleaned?
Okay. So
Hmm.
here we're building this little prompt frame, which is something we'll send to
Okay.
ChatGPT. And then this thing is
Yeah.
appearing over here. So we call this the cleaning quote generator.
Mm.
And as I click on this, it highlights over here. So number of rooms. We can ask them a question. Hey, how many rooms in your house total? What's going on here is on the left side is what we're building. On the right side is a preview of what the user will see. For
Okay.
square footage, we might say, um, what is the square footage of the
Your
house?
home. Hmm.
And as we put stuff in here, see what we put over here, it gets populated over here if we want to test it.
Okay.
Um, and let's just make this a little simpler. We could say, do you want any of these add-ons? And now we can we can make this like, let's say, I don't know, multiple choice or check boxes. And we could say, what are a couple examples of add-ons?
Uh, inside the fridge, inside the oven, basement. All right.
Mhm.
Cabinets, in-law suite. That was it. That's probably about it. I'm just trying to think of it top of my head.
Okay, so here we have these four choices, and they can check like multiple of them, right?
Uh-huh.
So we could then say this. Um,
There's a price to each one of them. So, and this is why I'm just giving you the complexity of it because there's a price to. So if they clean the fridge, clean the oven, have a set price.
mhm.
The basement is dependent upon the square footage. The
Yeah,
cabinets
so
are dependent upon the square footage. Yes.
so this is all stuff we can kind of write in. So let's start doing it.
Yeah.
So how to price a
Yeah.
job? We might be like, I'm sure you have a simple, a more complicated thing, but I'll just do one really simply,
No,
like, or you can tell me, and I'll put it in.
yeah. I wanted to man, that's why you so. All right, hold on one second. I'm just grabbing something real quick. Da, da, da. All right. So what do you? All right, ask me the question that you want to ask me.
Well, just give me a basic structure, basic idea of how to price a job here, and we can try to teach
Okay,
AI how.
so the first thing we would do is say, hey, what is the square footage, right? And then we would say, and then that square footage would be between, if it was 1,000 square feet. Hello? Okay. If it's 1,000 square feet, then, and we could just make a couple examples if you want. So 1,000 square feet, just say that was the base price would be $250. All right.
Mhm.
And then for anything between 1,000 and 1,200 square feet would be $300.
1,000 and 1,200 square feet.
Between 1,000 and 1,200, yeah. It'd be between those two. So if somebody put in anything between 1,000 and 1,200 square feet, it'd be, you know, $300, all right? I mean, yeah, $300. That would be the base price.
Okay.
Then
And
if you
how much? is
Three hundred.
350.
300,
300.
300. Mhm. And you're just doing 50-minute, $50 increments. Because if we do it like the thing, I can understand. I just want to be able to see like how that process would work. Um, and then you would have it, between 1,200 and 1,400 would be 350.
Um,
Yep, like that.
etc. With the price increasing $50
Oh, every 200
for
square
every
feet.
additional
Okay.
200 square feet. Okay, so and then we'll say add-ons. Then how much?
Okay.
How about?
There's three types of services, but
Mhm.
don't. But there's three. Just so I can go through, yeah, because I need. So there's the deep clean. There's standard clean. This would pricing is for the deep clean. Would be for our deep clean. There's a different pricing structure for our standard clean. So I guess I could just do it over in depending. So I'd want this is the first branch I'd want.
Mhm.
What type of cleaning would you want? So if you said you wanted a standard clean, it would take you to a one pricing structure. If you wanted a deep clean, it would take you a different pricing structure. If you wanted a move in, move out clean, that would take you to a different pricing structure with different add-ons and different things like that.
Okay, so there's what? There's a standard clean,
Yep,
a deep clean,
yep.
and what else?
And a move in, move out clean.
Move in,
Move out.
move out.
That's just somebody's moving into their house or moving out of their house and it's empty. All right.
Okay.
And
Well, for sake of simplicity, let's just
yeah, I just didn't
pretend
know.
like
Go ahead.
standard clean. Um, what you would do ultimately, I mean, there's a million ways to do this, and as you know with
Yeah,
GPTs, it's not like a coding language. There's not like a right or wrong way to do it. So
yeah.
you can kind of do whatever makes sense to you.
Okay,
For this, what I would recommend is you would just write like a little paragraph about how to price a standard job, how to price a deep clean job, that sort of stuff.
okay.
For now, let's only do the standard clean,
Yep.
and then we'll say add-ons. Um, I don't know if this is right, but
No,
I
that's
wrote
right.
that
That's
in
right.
there.
That's right there. That's cool right there. Just I just want to know if you want to clean the fridge, clean the oven, clean the basement. That would be the only thing that's dependent upon the size. The bed, the the basement would be dependent upon the size. That's it though. But I understand what you're saying. I have to just play with it and figure it out, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So then we'll say, I'm going to say something like use the price scheme schema,
Mhm.
um, and give the user a quote based on their project spec. So now we can test it out. We can say how many rooms are in your house total, 3, the square footage. We can say it's 1,100 square feet. And let's say we want them to clean the fridge and clean the oven, and it's a standard clean. We can
Mhm.
now test the prompt, and we'll see. So, dun, dun, dun. So it missed the add-ons. We just got to explain more.
Okay.
Um, add cost to the price, depending. Now we can test it again, and it's missing this. Why is it missing that? And this is kind of the process you go through. You just kind of
Yeah.
test it a couple times, and then you eventually get it. Add-ons. Uh, oh, we put fridge twice. Okay. Huh. That's weird. Dun, dun.
Oh, you tested it on different models?
Yeah. I don't know why it's missing it. I've done something wrong here, but anyways, this is the basic
I got
structure
you.
of it.
Yeah, and I could just play with it and get it
Um,
right there.
Maybe this isn't. Huh. Oh, that's very weird. It doesn't seem to think I'm adding anything. So I didn't. Huh. That's just a bug in the builder, it appears. Because it's not picking that up. It's saying there's no. That's a bug I'll fix. But basically, that's how it would work. And like, I bet if we made this multiple choices, it would work. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. This isn't working, but I will fix that.
I got you.
And that's kind of the. I'll build this too, and then I can throw it in your. And here you can kind of customize all sorts of stuff. You can add your own logo and stuff. So I'll build this, and I can, if you have a Pickaxe account, I can throw it in there.
Yeah.
The other way you would do this, though, which I want to show you really quickly,
Go ahead. I'm here, man.
is you could build a chatbot, and you basically would say, you could do the same thing, but in a chatbot format. So you might be like, hey, you are an expert cleaner. You talk to the user, learn about their project, and then give them a quote. And then you're just going to ask all these questions, basically, right? Conversation steps. And we'll say, question 1, how big is your house in square footage? Question number 2, how many, is it a deep clean, standard clean, or move in, move out clean? Question number 3, and then etc., right? Do you want to clean your fridge as well? It's extra money. And then basically I know I'm kind of moving kind of fast, but the idea here is you lay out a persona, some rules, and again, I'm just making up the structure. You can do anything you want, some conversation steps. And then after the conversation step, you move on to giving them a price quote. Then you would create a little section about like how to give a price quote. Give them a quote based on these criteria. Then you would explain the same thing we laid out otherwise, right? And now we can test it, and we say, hey, and it's now asking me questions, and I would say 11,000 square feet. And now it's going to say, hey, do you want a standard? I would say standard, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, you could create the same thing that we just did, but in a conversation interface, if that's more up your boat, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah.
So those are kind of the 2 prongs of the thing, and you can change all. You can clear this and keep testing it, do all sorts of stuff. Give it a little starting quote here, and then really quick, what the last thing I'll show you. I got to go in about 5 or 6 minutes, by the way, at the hour mark.
I got you.
Is once you've made a tool, you can click deploy. You can throw it into that studio, that thing I showed you, or you can just embed it on your website, and boom. Here you can embed it with an iframe or JavaScript if that is important to you. But basically, you can customize all sorts of stuff, show pictures, change the pictures, throw out the titles, change the colors, change, buttons, and then you can copy the code and you embed it into your website, and it's good to go.
And so if I have all these, I guess my main question too, if I'm using all these bots like email bot and control and changing all these bots, right? If I make all these bots, right, then where I could just place I need to just place, where would you place them at? Where would you place all of these bots, like an email assistant, right? Where would you place them to be just of easy use that they're using this chatbot?
Well, that depends on you. There's a lot of different ways. Now, if you want one for the customer that faces the customer,
Yeah,
you probably want to put it in your web. Like,
in the
you know
website.
what would be helpful actually is I can show you some examples.
Okay.
But
I'm saying more for the internal with the VAs as they're working with the customers. But I want to see both. But I'm saying, but I'm just asking about if I have the VAs with that working with it too.
If you have that, then you might, if you have like an internal workspace, like a Notion or something,
Yeah.
or I guess this, I think it
Yeah.
was like
Smart Suite.
Soft Suite or
Smart Suite. Yeah.
Smart Suite, you can just put it in there, and then they're all in one place. Or you could put it into that studio container I showed you,
Yeah.
and don't charge any money, but make it invite only, like only
Okay.
give the
Oh,
link to your VAs.
I got you.
Um, and we got a lot of people doing stuff like that. Like here is, I'll just share a lot of different things. So here's this. These are just the most recently embedded tools. So these are people that embedded stuff in the last hour. This guy's got some sort of crypto website, and he's got this thing here that you ask questions to. This seems to, I don't know what language this is, but seems to be somebody that has a website where this thing helps you. Hey, tell me what you do in English.
It's French.
Um, yeah, I think so. Yeah, and this is a thing that helps you write job postings right on their website. Um, and what's another one I could show you really quick? Um, here's a little studio of this guy's got like little tools. He's got a marketing tool, a product tool. You know, you can make one of these. You can make a studio with the idea that it just has a bunch of tools for your VAs to use, and they could switch between the one that does marketing, the one that does writes code,
I got you. That's
the
right there. What's the
all this sort of stuff.
what's the best way to learn all of this stuff? Where would you start at to just learn the pickaxe?
I would start at just building something. I'll give you the two tools I made. Do you have an account? I know I just asked you that.
I do have an account, but I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not in front of my computer, so I don't. I don't know what's called. But can I email you my account information,
Yeah,
and then I can just go from there?
might it be Clive at
Yeah,
CMJ Business Solutions?
that's exactly what it is.
Let's see if there's an account under that. I don't see a user. You must have registered under a different email, but basically, if you just email us,
I'll
be
create.
like, hey, it's
I'm
Clive.
gonna create one. I'm gonna create one at Clive at CMJ Business Solutions tonight. And if I don't know, because I
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah, email us at info@pickaxe project, our main email. It's all over the website, and just be like, hey, give me the bots, and I'll give them to you.
All right, that was up.
Then I would just play around with those a little bit. I'm gonna log that bug I saw, and then if you have questions from there, there's a community forum, there's YouTube videos, or you can just email us, and
There's a
we'll help
community
you get
forum.
started.
There's a community
There's a
forum.
community forum. Yeah.
All right, where's the link at to that?
In our, I can show you. Let me share my screen again. Basically, in the top nav bar, there is. Well, here's what it looks like, but the way you get to it from our website is there's pickaxe, a dashboard, create, pricing, blog, community.
Okay, all right.
You just click on this guy.
Yep.
You're then in this. It's kind of like Reddit. It's just a forum where people post stuff. And the cool thing is, if you have a question, chances are someone asked it already. So you can be like, how set embed limits? And there you go, how to set usage limits on embedded pickaxes. And then you can see people talking about and answering how to set a limit on how many times people can use your pickaxe.
Okay.
So there's all sorts of great stuff in here.
Yeah. All right. Now this is amazing.
Now I got to run because I got another customer call. But anything else you had?
Nah, that's
Anything
it.
else you wanted to ask me?
Nah, I need to start with that right there. I'm gonna just email you what my account is, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Cool. All right.
All right. Have a
Talk
good
to you
day.
later.
Bye bye.